Hello, fellow rosarians. Thank you for joining me today. I thought it would be helpful if I gave you some tips for ordering. When I'm ordering during a launch and I know that there's going to be a flurry of people that are trying to get into that site as soon as they open, there's a little bit of prep work that I do even before the site opens. I have my inventory of roses that I keep. This will list all of the roses in my garden, the pertinent information that I want to track about it. I have a tab down here for the vendor that I am preparing to order from, and as I'm perusing their site, I make a list of the roses that I'm most interested in. And so I've broken them out by, in green you can see here all of the roses that are my #1 picks that I really want to try to get first. And in the event that I have more time, then I've highlighted a different color here, and then you can also see I've even added a third color, the roses that I'm buying for family. Once I have this list, what I do is I create a folder specifically for that vendor. Now, how do I create that folder? I'll show you. I'll delete that here real quick. I right-click on my bar here and I say Add Folder, and I write the vendor's name. And now what I do is, as I'm going through, click on Bare Roots here, as I'm going through and scrolling, and I say, which roses do I want? Here's a rose I'm interested in. I'm going to click on it, and now I'm going to the star, and it says, where do you want to put this link? And I'm going to say Palatine. And then I'm going to head back in black. Ooh, okay, so this one's really pretty because Rachel Schmitz, I think is her last name. I just know her as Rachel, but let's scroll down and say Schmitz. Yes, she is one of the owners of Palatine. And so I saw last year that she had Cool Cats, and there was another one by her, and I missed them. And I've been watching everybody post pictures of their Cool Cats, and I'm so sad that I missed it. So anyways, as I'm scrolling through here, you know I want Bless. You can never have too many Bless in your garden. So let's go ahead and add that. And as I'm clicking on that star, it's going to remember that favorites where you put the last one. So let's go ahead and just keep on adding here. I never get Blue for You. I always miss it. The site is heavily loaded this year with Cortez, which is fantastic because I've shared with you how much I love the Cortez roses. They're very disease resistant, and I think that there's something about having the shiny green leaves, and I think that there's something about that that really helps them to be disease resistant. And we struggle in this zone with black spot, and it seems to be very helpful to have those dark green leaves. So now that I share my tricks with you, it's gonna make it harder, the competition, to get in there and get those roses, but I'm happy to share with everybody what I have found works for me. Now, this works as long as the vendor doesn't change anything prior to the launch. I shared with you that I had an experience through Menagerie last year where I don't think I went through this process of having the folders. I was just trying to remember the names and click on where they were because I had memorized the page. And it turned out that on the launch date, some things shifted. So hopefully this works for you. I have another one. Ooh, I saw out of Rosenheim on one of our members who submitted to our Rose Geek calendar this year had a hedge of out of Rosenheim. It was just so pretty. Who else? Yes, I will go ahead and try a Paul's Himalayan Musk. I know the scent on Paul's Himalayan Musk is amazing. And when I was on my trip to England, they had it rambling up a tree. And it's just that with a rambler, you need to find the right location so that it doesn't overtake the tree. But we're going to try a couple things, and we'll see what works here for us. Queen of the Night. I don't think I had that one on here. Yep, actually I did. Let's go ahead and put that baby in here. Queen of the Night is another Schmidt, I think. And just when you're using the site, let's say that you want to see all of the roses that are by Rachel, they're here. I'm sure that you all know that. Kaleidoscope Girl looks pretty interesting. So anyways, let's keep on going back. I thought about the Rambling Rector. Do you remember when we looked at Michael Marriott's house? This is the rose from the England tour that is climbing on Michael's house. It's stunning. The Rosemantic series is really nice. I have, I think, Rosemantic Pink and Rosemantic Fuchsia. Yeah, I have these two here, and they were blooming all season in their first year. Just truly amazing roses. And so these are by, are they NERP? Yes, here. And you could search by all of the NERP roses if you wanted. And one last one. All right, so now that we've added all of these, we can go to this folder, and you see all of the roses are here. And I'll double check these later and make sure I got them all. So what's the plan now that we have them here? And I've already done my research on Help Me Find. If you don't know what Help Me Find is, helpmefind.com here, and you're able to search on any rose at all. So hypothetically, if I wanted to look at this rose and see other people's pictures, I can put that in here and then click on photos here at the top and see everybody's pretty pictures. Look at this, it's just so pretty. All right, so anyways, I've done my research now. I'm happy with the roses here in this listing. In the event that I don't get any of them, then I'm certain that I'll be able to grab them in the future from Palatine, because they kind of cycle through where you might find that one season it's available, but because it takes 2 seasons typically to grow roses, they're 2 years old, there might be a year lag in between getting them, but I won't panic because I know it'll be available in the future, especially if it's a great rose. So with that, on launch day, I might tape it for you if I have time, but what the intent would be is that I click on each one, and as I click on each rose, there should be a box here that, add to the cart, and as soon as I add that one, then I go to the next one and I say add cart, and it will keep adding in this same cart even though you're clicking through these very quickly to grab each one of the roses that you want to have in your order. So there's no other trick to it besides making sure that you're just checking the website regularly. And so I'm constantly just going to the site and I'll click refresh. And in this case, this vendor is opening sometime in December. We don't know when. So I will probably go to the site once an hour starting on December 1st if I have time, and just hit refresh. And once I get everything in my cart quickly, I'm going to check out. So the other thing that I didn't mention in the beginning is please create an account. If you're given an opportunity before a site opens to put in all of your pertinent information with shipping, credit card, whatever information they're asking for, fill it out, because that's one less thing that you're going to get caught up doing when you're trying to check out for a launch. Just plan on having your credit card handy for the launch and fill out that account information. And that's it. So I really hope that you found this video helpful. Good luck in the coming season with buying your roses, and I'll see you in the next one.